Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting Beyond All Reason gameplay. I'm Turdbucket. I'm going to be taking you through this replay on Koom. It's another map that's in the rotation for the large team 8v8s. Been trying to get away from glitters and play some different maps. Also trying to play more Frontline to get better at it. Something that I'm not the best at, but there's always room to improve, always room to grow. So let's get right into it.
Battle started.
So, like I said, starting Frontline this time. I am next to the top player here, Amyu, and PainfullySweet as well. Then we've got Lorne up on the top. Kuro Blitz in the back, playing the tech position. WAFFLEMAKER, who played extremely well in the front last time, is now playing in the air spot. JKL, otherwise known as Jackal, and Turn Canyon down, completing out our southern end of the map. So in this position, it's very interesting. There's a big mex, a 3.5, close to your starting point, and then there is a line of mexes loaded in front of you in this middle front line position. So my plan was to build that first mex, a couple solars, drop my lab, and then rush my commander to the front and use my constructors to build the upcoming windmills and additional solars. Wind on this map is not super great. The good thing about it is that the risk of wind dropping below 6 is actually pretty low compared to a lot of maps, even though the max wind speed is not great here. And the minimum is 5, so that's good too. But it's definitely not the best wind map in the world, and I think I do end up cranking out some advanced solars. I've talked about those in other videos. The advanced solars are something that I'm dabbling with these days. I think they're useful in sets of 2 or 3. Not something that I would necessarily print, but definitely a source of energy that I think is definitely useful. So I am going to drop another solar collector because I am noticing the wind isn't super great, and I do want to just stabilize it a little bit more. And I have a decent amount of metal at this point, and I don't see a lot of issues with securing the mexes up here. So take out some of those scout units from BraveSirRobin and BeyondAmbition. They're playing next to each other again. I don't know if they're friends, I don't know if they're partied up, but they definitely are playing a lot together, which is great. It's good to see the bar community have a lot of friendships and collaboration, and just friends getting together and playing online. It's something that I've done with my friends group with the Total Annihilation game series for many years. I mean, going back to the 90s, really. It's definitely cool to see other players doing it too, because I think this is a really fun game, and it's fairly easy to pick up and learn if you're willing to put some work in and learn the positions and try to understand the multitasking that goes into balancing your economy, your production, and your troop movements, your strategies, the micromanagement of your troops. So you can see here we are creating a nice little bubble between Jackal and I. It's not the biggest bubble in the world, but we are definitely extended out past our line here. Do come in on Sir Robin, and I do get his metal extractor there and his LLT with a D gun. I drop mine, I start shooting his comm. He's out of energy, and then I'm just going to come up and D gun this. And his comm is losing health fast. He gets pinged. Or no, that was our team actually. So he's starting to bring his comm back. Probably. Nah, I didn't see any of this happening in real time. I should have continued to push him with my commander. I probably could have blown up his comm. without losing my commander. So that was definitely my bad.
Commander
I
has
do
died.
recognize he's low, though, and so I do bring these skirmish bots up. He does retreat, though, upon seeing those approach. And I use the opportunity to blow up another of his metal extractors. So I'm punching a nice little hole, bubble, we'll call it, right, in this front line. That's my goal. I'm trying to deny these metal extractors. I mean, at this point, Robin's got no metal extractors. There was a run by here. I don't know by who, but we definitely had a run by here and destroyed the metal extractor back in his base. So he's running on one metal extractor right now. He's not going to be able to make troops. Fortunately for me, fortunate for Robin, Kanonenfutter comes in and is helping him out. And now I'm extended so far out that it is not going to be good for me being out this far without amyu
Commander
being out that far.
self-destructed.
Amyu needs to be able to push up on Kanonenfutter so that I don't get so extended to the point where I'm starting to lose my commander here. So I've bitten off more than I can chew at this point. I got to start backing my comm up. I'm running out of energy. My D guns are not landing. It's not a great spot I'm in right now. And I am going to lose my commander again. My goodness. I got to get better at that. That was too greedy. I pushed way too far and fast on that. Good news is that explosion took out a lot of units, and so PainfullySweet is able to, and does the right thing, comes right up with his units. I use my units to stave off SirRobin and Kanonenfutter, and he comes up here and he sucks up my comp. He does the right thing. So that's a good move on his part. Very smart heads up play for him. I'm printing units right now. I'm going heavy on those rocket bots. I want to have that long range and good attack value on their tanks, because they have gone pretty much tanks. BeyondAmbition and BraveSirRobin. And Kanonenfutter has gone bots. So those rocket bots will be able to do some good damage on those as well. PainfullySweet is losing most of his units here, but he is reclaiming a lot of metal. So that was fantastic. He's able to fall back onto our forward position here with our LLTs. And so he's going to be okay. I do need to pull my my rally point for my my lab. I've got it set. I had it set way too far up here, so I set it a little farther back. I am losing that bubble now that I had. It's still there. It's present, right? And really, I would just call this a void now, right? Where nobody's really claiming it at this point because it's just it's a battlefield. There's a lot of rockets, artillery, and plasma flying. The napalm is doing its dirty work and destroying my towers and my units. A little bit AFK on my part there, not noticing that, but in any case, I am not doing super great. Jackal. Look at those troops, man. He has got the troops. Macrocosm. What is he building? Oh, he's building troops too, I guess, but my goodness. Jackal has outpaced him tremendously. And again, you see this. Jackal has taken so much of the map at this point. Macrocosm is working off of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 metal extractors, which is fine, I guess, but you know, Jackal's got quite a bit more and higher powered mexes here. So he's going to be able to do a lot more damage. Now, BeyondAmbition does come in and save Macrocosm, for sure. But he still has the upper hand with the massive units that he's got. Learning from my last game, I used those res bots to come in and res a bunch of those units in the middle. I'm going to pull them back a little bit because I don't want them to die just sitting there on the front line. And I'm going to use them later to resurrect some more units. Sir Robin, he's now working on 1, 2, 3 metal extractors. And he's building stouts, a very expensive unit. We take a look at his economy. Because he has no build power, he is stable for the time being. But he is certainly not going to be advancing anytime soon. Torx gets stunned. His units are stuck by the shurikens. But what a great play there. WAFFLEMAKER definitely missed the mark on this one, not bringing his anti-air in to stop those shurikens. And those poor units from amyu just sat there for so long, not being killed or shot at. It could have gotten a lot of value if that air raid had come in, but alas, it didn't happen. All right, so we're able to kill most of Robin's tanks here, and it's time to raid, ladies and gentlemen. With the lack of resources, and Robin heading over to Kanonenfutter's base to try to save him, we go in and we attack Mr. Robin. Do miss the comm there. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great raid. He was able to bring his stouts back quickly enough to stave it off. So, good for him. Heads up play from Robin. And you know, good for him for going to help his teammate, too. A lot of players won't do that because they are being selfish and they want to keep their units in their base or on their front line. But he definitely did not do that. He definitely went all out to help his teammate, his lane mate. Alright, so I'm coming through. I decide I want to take out Kanonenfutter. Meanwhile, amyu has to go and help the top side as, oh my goodness, Lorne making that T2 lab sideways and on the front line. Not a great play. Pushing everything we got onto Kanonenfutter. Meanwhile, SirRobin goes in on amyu. Interesting play. Loses most of his tanks to the D-guns there, and then the rest are going to get cleaned up by amyu. My push does not go very well. Kanonenfutter is printing thugs. Printing them. And although they're slow, they do have pretty good health, and they definitely do a lot of damage. So my Legion plasma bots are now no match for them, and Miyu's bots are not working either. So he is in trouble. We're gonna lose another commander.
Destroyed.
Good news is it blows up most of the remaining units for Kanonenfutter that were on the front line, but again, he is printing these guys. What do I tell you? I tell you to make units. Make units, make units, make units. That's what Kanonenfutter's doing. He has so many units on the field. He's outpacing our top player, he's outpacing me, he's outpacing PainfullySweet. I'm building units, but I don't have the economy at this point to be making much more than what I'm making right now. I guess I do. I'm lying. I lack the energy, so I just need to convert some more metal into that energy, which I'm not doing. I'm not balancing my economy very well. But at any rate, Kanonenfutter is sending it. Even BeyondAmbition and BraveSirRobin, they're not printing units like he is. But we've got PainfullySweet with a lot of long range, pushing Ambition back. We got a lot of help on its way to Kanonenfutter and BraveSirRobin to help amyu. And we can just get this comm, honestly. That'd be huge. I'm trying to make that abundantly clear to PainfullySweet. painfully clear. But I think he finally gets the memo. And that is not going to be good for Kanonenfutter. Those are thugs. Those are rocket bots. Long range, high damage units. He does a retreat and get back. But now amyu's got a bunch of phobos, fast assault bots. He's bringing them in to take out these thugs. So one thing thugs don't like are fast, rapid fire units. Kanonenfutter still printing units. I mean, at this point, we can't even imagine how he has this many troops. How is it possible? We're going in for the kill. PainfullySweet and myself, we are all in on getting that comm. Boom! Takes out a huge chunk of his remaining thugs. The shurikens come in too little, too late. Commander's lost. Doesn't mean we're going to get that reclaim, but we certainly are pushing this bubble out. That explosion, that commander was really helping to hold that line. And now our bubble is expanding. BeyondAmbition takes advantage of the situation. PainfullySweet is teched up and sent most of their units in to try to kill Kanonenfutter. So, BeyondAmbition takes advantage of the situation and sends it. He's been sick and tired of this long-range stuff hitting him, and he wants it dead. He learns from WAFFLEMAKER in the last round, and he is building the Decurions. Fantastic unit. But the long-range units that myself and PainfullySweet have end up stopping him. Killing those Decurions. That's the one thing that I think that there's a big weakness of the Decurion is that long range. They're a vehicle. They say vehicles have a better straight line speed, but come on. On this map, with this terrain, and the amount of wreckage you got to get around, a vehicle is not moving faster than a bot. If you have a bot that has long range, you are easily going to take out tanks. No questions asked. Okay, so now we know that Kanonenfutter has been severely hampered. And how do we know that? We know that because his commander was reclaiming all his dead thugs as we were killing them. Because we were killing the thugs. That wasn't the problem. The problem was he was printing thugs. Now he's printing resurrection bots because he's got to get out here and try to get this reclaim before we do. And that, unfortunately, is not going to happen for him because we've got two players on one now. BraveSirRobin is bringing what little he does have up to the front to help, but it is not going to be enough. And so without the resources of that reclaim that he had the advantage of all game, Kanonenfutter is out of troops just like that. One of the best players in this game so far has just been taken out. It's really a tragedy. I'm glad he was on the other team because I would have been really sad to see it. But man, well played on his part. I mean, his commander survived several attacks. Several of our attacks. And we just didn't let up. That's the guts part, right? We talk about having the vision, having the line of sight, having the guts to do the attack, right? Collect your information about what the enemy's doing, and then make a gutsy decision to go for it. Jackal, he's had enough of BeyondAmbition. He napalmed his units earlier in the game, so he is going to try to take out these tanks with his plasma bots. Unfortunately, the T1 plasma bots, they don't have enough range to be able to kill these Decurions effectively. And BeyondAmbition's got him close to his construction turret, so he's just healing them as they're being shot. Great play on his part, but he's got nowhere to go. So if we zoom out here, we can see the front line. We've reestablished the north. The middle is now easily won by our mid teams, and we are preparing for an all-out assault here. And the south is a little weak, but not weak enough to be worried about. Turn Cannon is on Tech 2. And I guess Engine is as well. He's still cranking out T1 units at the same time. His metal economy can handle it, but that just means he doesn't have enough build power? Interesting. Yeah, he's building up his build power now, but he's got a ton of metal to spend. So, his energy, that's what it is. The energy is having him stall out, so. Okay. The assault is organizing. So, PainfullySweet coming in first with their Sheldons. And construction turrets are not, which the construction turrets are not anymore. These Sheldons are going to do some work on Beyond Ambition space. Macrocosm clumps up his units, which is a very bad idea, especially against artillery. All that area effect damage just wipes them out quickly. You need to build a line, and really with artillery, you probably want to do like a U shape like this. And then if they come in too close, then you can envelop them. You can come in from the sides and on the front to attack. But if you leave your units in a ball like this, which this is more spread out than he had them before, but if you leave them in a ball like that, you're just going to lose to artillery every single day of the week. Amyu is coming in now to try to clean up Ambition. I'm ecoing at this point because my energy was pretty atrocious. So I build that advanced solar. I'm dropping a fusion. And then I think I'm going to eat my lab and go Tech 2. But my line's holding just fine. It's a great time to do it. My lane mates have already teched up, so I don't have any concern with them holding at this point. And I just want to be a more effective teammate at this stage in the game. It's 20 minutes. I'm actually way overdue going T2. But at any rate, we've done our job. We've held and we've pushed very well on the enemy. So I'm not upset with the performance so far at all. Again, Waffle not great on the airplay here. We had a lot of shuriken attacks that he did not help with, which is interesting because he played such a wonderful game on the front line last time. Maybe this was a first time playing air for him. The other problem is you can see here he's got his fighters all clumped up in a ball here. You want to make them out in a line. You can see how Torx is doing that. That way, if there's a bombing run down the side of the map like this, you at least have some fighters in the vicinity that can start the initial attack, and then you can bring the rest of the fighters down to come in on the side and attack those bombers as they're coming down. See, Waffle does spread out those fighters, so that's good. He does know what he's supposed to do. I do that too sometimes, where I'll leave him clumped up in a ball. All right, so we've got the middle is very strong. We are pushing on the southern side now with Turn Canyon. He's sending in some spam. But really, it's kind of a stalemate at this point. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Help get through this quiet mid-game here. So my T2 lab is up now, and I'm going to start creating these little spiders, these reclaimed spiders. I've never used them before with Arm and Core, so I actually wanted to try them out and see how they go. We do get a nuke from Kuro Blitz. Very strange but effective nuke. He takes out all of Engine's troops due to the line of sight from Turn Cannon, so good for him. I did let them know about that nuke, that they should definitely scout before they shoot it, because we don't know who has anti-nuke and who does. I don't know if that's occurred just yet, but that was something that I mentioned to the team. BeyondAmbition he's trying to rebuild back there. He still has his commander, but there's not much else they can do at this point. The nuke takes out Kanonenfutter. He didn't have much at that point anyways, but man alive, that's a tough game for him, man, because he played well. He really did. My spiders are taking out a lot of Darthy's base here, and then I'm printing these shielded riot defense bot, which is kind of like a gunslinger.
Self-destructed. Commander destroyed.
And we get the resign at that
Commander
point.
self-destructed.
They realized the writing
Commander
was
has
on
died.
the wall. So
Battle ended.
another frontline game here, where I got a little greedy with the commander, pushing him out too far. So that's one thing to note. It's good to push that comm out. It's good to be gutsy, but don't stick your gut out that far. You're gonna get smacked. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Drop a turd in the chat, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.